Hello, my name is Michael Dwyer, and I'm with Rochester Writers. Once again, Rochester Writers and the Rochester Hills Public Library have teamed up to host the annual Rochester Author Fair, now in its fifth year. We're hosting 20 authors in person at the library in downtown Rochester on Saturday, November 25th from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. These short videos offer you a chance to meet each of the 20 authors. And right now, we're meeting a writing team, Bruce and Deb Potts. Hi, guys. How are you?
Fine. How about you?
Wonderful, wonderful. So you guys co-authored this latest book, and it's called Love on Life Support. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yes, believe it or not, we're still married.
So, and that's kind of funny in itself, is that when you're a writing team, you have your own issues doing the project, I bet. And the book is about, of course, marriage.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly. Our book is a second chance romance. And it's about a couple that yearns for a storybook marriage, but they discover they're not the authors. They each have their own idea of what that plot should be. And then the unthinkable happens. So readers that are looking for a inspirational second chance romance with a suspenseful medical subplot would be interested in Love on Life Support.
Now, and of course, this comes from years of experience with marriage counseling that you two have done through the church.
Yeah. I wanted to mention that too. We're marriage menders, and we have that role because we believe every marriage deserves a second chance. So it's like, of course, we wrote a novel as a second chance romance. And we know that a lot of couples face serious life struggles, but when they remember they're on the same team and they surround themselves with supportive community, then their love can be rekindled. So we want couples to know that no matter what, there's hope.
Now, I have to ask, did you go through something similar that challenged your relationship?
Well, there's actually two I can think of. One, you talked about, we talked about the different plot ideas in this couple, but really we had to kind of center on the same plot for the book. And Debbie's writing style was nonfiction in her two books before this, and my writing style was PowerPoint. So we had a lot to learn, and it took us 2.5 years to write the book.
And we did really kind of write into the characters some of our habits, bad habits in our marriage, especially in our early marriage. And then also there's a medical disaster in the story that we actually lived through. So we kind of use that story to share how, even in the deepest, darkest struggles, the marriage can be saved.
Now, do you feel all marriages can be saved?
I think both parties have to be willing. Yeah. It doesn't work if one or the other isn't willing, but sometimes even one of them changing can cause the other to change. One of them softening or becoming closer to what they should be in the marriage.
Yeah, absolutely. And people that are together for a long, long time, of course, we go through lots of changes as a person. Yeah, and right. So it's got to be a struggle for some. I found my partner later in life, and I couldn't imagine being with anybody else, and she feels the same way. But we also often admit that had we met each other earlier, there would have been different challenges.
Yeah.
Well, we have gone through a lot of changes ourselves, and we navigated through them somehow. We've had our ups and downs through that time. But our faith really is the thing that drew us back together and helped us to be on the same page.
It definitely helps. It definitely helps. And so, Deb and Bruce Potts, you're going to be at the Rochester Author Fair. It's the 5th annual on November 25th. We squeeze it between Black Friday and Cyber Monday on what the community calls Shop Local Saturday. So people can come out, meet you guys, as well as the other 20 authors that are going to be there. And we have a few writing teams this year, so that's exciting that people can meet these co-authors and get their books. We're going to have a variety of fiction and nonfiction. And what's special about this event is that you get to meet the author and get to know them as people, which I think helps when you buy the book and you read through it, because then you've got kind of a face behind the story.
Mm. Yeah, we're excited to be there. Can't wait to meet everybody.
Right.
Well, wonderful. We'll see both of you, your books, and everybody else at the Author Fair on Saturday, November 25th at the Rochester Hills Public Library. We'll see you then.